Yeah, fellas, welcome to the show. And we're looking at Braxton's conversation. In the last video, it was deplorable. He was using canned routines and failing miserably. Now, this is really a total waste of my time to actually look at this, because the brother is hoe chasing like a bitch. So if you're hoe chasing, it's a waste of my time. Instead of putting up a power profile and attracting women through views, who viewed you, who wants to meet you, who favored your profile, who sends you emails, he's going up against women, and he's interested in white women and trying to convince them to fuck a black dude. A black dude they see that is beneath them. Education-wise, social-wise, as you'll be able to see in the girl's attitude in the following conversation. She has obviously zero interest in him, and you can tell by her answers when they give one-word answers. So he's trying to convince her to piss her family off, to get her father to hate her, to get her brothers to hate her, to get her mother to hate her, to get her cousins to be all talking about her behind her back. He's trying to get her to sign up for that program. Then he writes, "Hey fellas, what's up? I recently had a conversation with this girl on POF that didn't go too well." I want to ask Braxton if he's I think I want it like him. You know you want one again? Are you like that, Braxton, or something? I tried using some of the concepts of, I hate when people use some, use the whole thing. Said use, but I think I'm still doing it wrong. Below are screenshots of that conversation. What advice do you have? Let's delve into this, because he actually did better. Let's take a look. Now remember, he's hoe chasing though. So from that point of view, he was just wasting everybody's time. He's wasting my house's time. He's wasting the people in my house's time. I would say more, but let's just delve in. So we don't get the whole conversation either. We get somewhere after he laid his opener. Unless that's his opener. Let's assume this is the opener. Somewhere on her profile, she shows she went to Disney World. And that's clever, using that as an opener. That's what I say do. Look at her profile. Find something to ask a question on. And let's assume that he did that. Good job. What does she say? Awesome. No, really, what did she say? Did she elaborate on it? Does she want to talk to him? Now, he does a good job actually keeping the conversation going until he fucks up. You guys will know when Braxton did a Braxton fuck up. Because he does the exact same fuck up every fucking time. What was Disney World like? This is on 9/10/2017, 7:30. She came back at 10 a.m. Awesome. I bet it is. How did you get an internship there? So she must have said she interned there. Good question. Good question. So I'm immediately thinking, okay, she must have went there for entertainment. He should be asking, about the rides, all that kind of stuff. But she internships there. So now I'm flipping. This is how I think. I'm flipping the script. Think, work there. Tell me more about that. I want to know more about that. I'm not a cheap, shallow human being. I'm not just trying to fuck a bitch. I want to know more about it. Please tell me more. I want to know now. Sitting here reading this. Because I'm a normal human being. This is how normal human beings are, fellas. We take an honest interest in other people. How did you get an internship there? So he'd been waiting for her to write back. He's still online. This shows desperation, by the way. Within minutes, bam, he's there. Look, 7:30 in the morning, 10:30 in the morning. Should a man be at work or something? This obviously he's got a phone app. That's what that tells me also. She goes, I applied and was accepted. LOL. Does it sound like she's interested? To me, no. Did he ask her more questions about it and take a real interest in her to develop a conversation? Look at his next question. We get some, I see you went to blah, blah, blah. I go there. She don't give a damn. Anytime you say I want you to think she don't give a fuck. I want you to get a song, don't give a fuck about you. Every time you use the word I want you to change that to she don't give a fuck about you in your mind. Then you stop typing this silly shit and get more into her. That's one way to train yourself to stop thinking about from your perspective and to step in her shoes. So he's shown himself to still be cheap and superficial because he didn't really take an interest in her internship there. I, a normal human being, I'm interested in it. What's the pay like? What does she do? What were some of the challenges? How is it dealing with the kids? What is the political atmosphere like there? These are things that I, as a normal, I'm not normal, but I am closer to the normal bandwidth. I, as a closer to the normal bandwidth human being, would think. Now, there are things that I wouldn't think because I'm not considered normal. I'm a little bit on the abnormal side. But I can fake it. And you guys better learn to fake it too. What's the next question? What year did you graduate? Wait, what happened to this? So this shows that he's thinking of questions. Good job on that. But can you see how he's still stuck as cheap and superficial? He's just asking questions because Supreme said ask questions. I don't know. It was like 2013 or 2014. Now, good question. What do you miss the most about college life? She says, not paying real bills. That's a subject we could talk about. Oh, tell me about it. And then we could have a conversation on that. I could have developed rapport through a conversation on this. I could have developed rapport through a conversation on this. He is not looking for opportunities to develop conversation. He thinks that if I ask enough questions, I can do my Braxton fuck up. Because all he wants to do is his Braxton fuck up. That thing that he does every time. If you've seen the previous video, you know what I'm talking about. He does it every time to every girl. I call it now the Braxton fuck up. Hey, what can I do? Second, I know what you mean. So instead of exploring that subject of paying bills, being an adult in real life, jeez, tell me about it. I swear these bills can break your back sometimes. Boom. Then she'll talk about, yeah. He goes on to, where are you from? The same morning, looks like, I'm assuming same morning. I believe it's just minutes later, 10:24, 10:31. She replies on her app, 10:32, I live in blank. And he goes, I think that's by, right? One minute, yeah. 10:35. Where do you go to high school? Where did you go to high school? I don't give a fuck about you. Train yourself now. I don't give a fuck about you. Hey, if the horror of rap music can be used to some benefit, I'm going to use it. And her reply at 10:37. What were you into back then? What do you mean? Same day, minutes later. I mean, back in high school, I played football. I was wondering what kind of sport or groups were you a part of? I played volleyball. That's a subject. Really? I knew a girl, she was a forward. In fact, she was going to get a scholarship. She chose not to accept the scholarship. That's the Mac makeup girl, by the way. I didn't know of the positions. She was a forward. I don't even know what that is. No, a setter. Forward or setter, I can't recall what it was. I know those two positions from what she was talking about. She goes, I was in drama. Really? These are subjects I, as a closer to normal person, I want to know about. I want to know about her. I want to get to feel her. To feel who she is. So I know how to manipulate and control her. Drama. What got her into drama? What plays? Now, I did adult acting, so it's a conversation I could have. Student government? Seriously? Wow. Honor Society? Are you kidding me? Honor Society? I only have heard of Honor Society. What? Tell me more about that. Environmental clubs? Are you See, she is way out of his social status. Now, I don't know about Braxton. He's an African-American youth. And if I know anything if I do the stereotype of African-American youth, he doesn't know anything about these clubs as well. NHS, yeah, I know what that is. Didn't know anybody was in it. Book club. So, his reference would be, Acapulco Gold as the best weed on the streets. To look at this. She goes, and I was always doing volunteer shit. I just had my 10-year reunion over the summer. Boom, another subject. This is full of gold. This is gold right here. This entire paragraph is gold. Excuse me for stereotyping you, Braxton. You probably never even touched weed, for all I know. If you have, shame on you. But this is gold that you missed. This is like, I leave money on the table sometimes. Actually, all the time. My stupidity. Because of marketing style. This is the same thing. This is like a salesman who, makes a sale on one thing when the customer had other needs he could have fulfilled. And the salesman would have made a lot more. Did he explore them? Did he ask one question about this gold here? This gold in conversation, into getting into her head, into getting into her mind, into establishing rapport. Did he ask one question? Did he? Wow, you had to be super popular back then. How was your 10-year reunion? He asked about that. He missed all of this. This is okay. But he missed all this. This shows that he's not really interested in her. That's what it says to me. And I'm a man. What do you think she's thinking? This guy must want one thing. This dude must want one thing. Now, Braxton, he goes after low-hanging fruit, chunky chicks. But I like chunky chicks too, so let's just keep it rolling. How did your 10-year reunion go? Not really, but okay. I guess that's to that question. You never want to ask more than one question. That's actually a question. It's a statement, but it's really begging a question. You got to keep it simple. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. That KISS formula. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. She goes, fine. Like 12 people showed up. LOL. That right there is gold. For a joke. Only 12 people. How many people graduated? 15? That begs a joke. What do we get? I probably wouldn't show up to that either. What made you go? So he's asking questions because I said ask questions. She said lame. Why not? She asked him a question. She asked him a question. Did he answer? I guarantee you didn't. Why not? She's basically saying, why not go? Well, actually, she said, why not go? And that to me, even though she's answering the question, it begs me to deliver some reasons, on the opposite. That's just me. I haven't seen most of them in a while, and we are adults now, so any previous petty shit shouldn't matter. Petty shit. Again, my closer to normal mind jumps out. Petty shit? What petty shit? Did you have enemies in high school? Do tell. Tell me what happened. It's not like I will see them till next time, probably. Do I sense something going on here? Does anyone else sense something going on here? That she might want to get off her chest? It's okay. Tell me about it. You could trust me. This is an opportunity for me to get on that inside so that I can help her throw stones at her enemies. That's part of mind fucking. I have an email to share with you on that note. Let's continue. Plus, I was on the student government and I was on the planning committee, even though I didn't do anything. LOL. We had an unofficial 5-year, but I was in blank at the time, so I didn't go. Brother says, I just love the future and moving forward. That's a Remo comment. How much different does everyone look? Not much. Do you hear any interest there? This is 11:03. So from 10:24, it's now 11:03. That's important because I want you to see the Braxton fuck up. Maybe the difference will show in 20 years. You said you played sports too? How good were you at volleyball? Not great. Okay, well, what position did you play? What made you want to play volleyball? Well, I used to live in Japan, and that was a big sport in Japan. That gives me a chance to show that I'm world traveled. Yeah. Do you have any brothers and sisters? She has 3 younger brothers. Wow, you must be really tough then. I don't have a problem with that. Comment. I make comment having to knock them hard heads around. Huh? I'm sure they pulled plenty of pranks on you. She goes, I guess. How old are your bros? 25, 2018. What do they all do? Okay, that's going in a different direction. It's off of her. Do you guys see that? He's not really interested in them. She knows that. They are closest to my age. The closest to my age is in RHD and blah, 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 grad school. The other 2 just started college. Wow, what's their names? I might know them. That shows that he's young. that she's older. Now she's going to feel stupid for talking to a younger guy. I might know them. Oh, God, you hate on my little brothers? I'll be embarrassed if I do something with you. Plus, I didn't do anything with them anyway. They're from two different social classes. See, with higher class white women, you have to show them that you're educated and that you speak well. Even though you may not have their educational, you might be their educational equal or even close to that. You have to impress them with knowledge. That's why I'm so insistent on you, black guys, picking up a book, reading it, and learning things. Asking questions. This weekend I had a guy come into my live hangout. And I talked about the run-in I had with a transsexual. And I asked it questions. Because I'm curious. Why would you cut your dick off? So I got out of it that it was. And they said, post-op. And I knew what that was. So you cut your dick off? That's like what I said. Are you serious? To me, I'm masculine, I'm a male. You cut your dick off. Whoa. Why? Okay. Wow, he doesn't care. You know freshmen and new transfer students? See? Oh, you guys see that? You know freshmen and new transfer students? How old are you again? Would be what she's thinking. And he goes, a comment that he erased. Still the morning. It's now 11:38. Oh, I don't know them. How much did you spoil them growing up? Huh? I didn't. Wow, that's different. A lot of sisters spoil their younger siblings. I didn't know that myself. I guess it's true. I don't have a sister, so I wouldn't know. I know in the black community that doesn't happen. Her comment is weird. I guess you would be the expert. Does that sound like a friendly comment to any of you fellas? Or does it sound like a snide comment? He's turned off by now. Not sure why she's still answering, talking to him. But he's going to do the Braxton fuck up in a minute. What got you into psychology? I was interested in it. Do you see any two-way conversation trying to go on here? You're probably reading my mind right now. That was a dumbass statement. Statement/question. That was dumb. She goes, that's not how it works. See, he showed that he's not her intellectual equal. He's showing that he's not anywhere near her status in class. He's a black dude. How does it work? What? How does it work? What? Look at her answer. You want me to explain intro to psychology to you? Basically, she wants to say, the N-word, are you serious? Then I'm thinking N-word, please. What? What? Oh, come on, Braxton. Now I was just wondering what you got from it. Psychology is the same as now she's teaching him. Instead of him educating her as I do with white women, she's teaching him and looking down at him. Just by the statement here, psychology isn't the same as being psychic. And we aren't constantly psychoanalyzing people. Get the tone. And he goes, I totally would be reading people all the time. So do you come from a big or small family? She already said she had 3 brothers. did somebody get nervous here, or just didn't know what to say, or what the fuck happened to cause this question? Well, Supreme should ask questions. Okay. And the brother's done well in, continuing the conversation, even though there's no interest. There's no sexual interest. He's missing all the opportunities, but he's not aware of that. After this video, he will be aware of that, to start exploring the subjects and to try to interject a little bit of humor, interject some of his personality. He's actually come out of the closet. He's actually grown since the last one I analyzed. Well, I have 3 brothers. I would say it's big. 4 kids? Nah. I bet Thanksgiving is crazy at your house. Quick. She goes, it's chill. What's your favorite holiday? Halloween. Interesting. Why is that? I like horror movies in this. All the Michael Myers movies are classic. What are some of your favorite horror movies? They should list them. Big Ass Spider, Sleepy Hollow. Okay. You gotta give the brother credit for continuing conversation with a female that has no interest. And shows it after he does the Braxton fuck up. Big Ass Spider sounds the scariest. I don't know about that, she says. Well, what's scariest to you? If you've ever been scared, that is. I don't know. They don't really scare me. I would ask Braxton, okay, so you chased after this white bitch. Was it worth it, all that time you invested? It's still 9:10. It's now 12:30. So it's been since early in the morning, and now we're getting into the 12 o'clock hour. He's been, texting her back and forth. And if we look at the time, he's answering within 3 minutes, a couple of minutes of her texting him. Have you seen the new It movie? I heard it's scary as hell. It just came out. No. What's your favorite scary movie? I don't know why you asked that one. She reminds me, I just listed them. Oh, I meant like your number 1. So Braxton's getting nervous. He's making more mistakes. It's that list. LOL. She's now laughing at him. That's at him, by the way. So how did you go from psychology to sales, he says. I applied. I mean, why? Because that's how it worked out. Your profile says you also like video games. What are some of your favorites? Props to brother on reading the fucking profile, doing it like I taught. Now he just needs to develop some conversation skills. She lists the games she likes. He says, I love Resident Evil. I bet you're into The Walking Dead too. She goes, nope, got boring after the first season. Got boring? I don't watch The Walking Dead anymore myself. And I wonder, okay, well, I guess I want to know, what do you think was boring about it? That's because, again, I'm closer to the normal bandwidth. Why? Did you see what I saw? They got cheap. They got cheap, really cheap by the 3rd season with their scenes. Because it was slow and boring. What was slow about it? What was boring about it? Again, closer to the normal bandwidth. Tell me more about that. Plus, that's my style of getting people to open up. I used to, give my boy Craig a hard time because, Craig worked in the news, by the way. He won an Emmy Award winning. He's Emmy Award winning. And he would ask, what's that like for you? What's that about? Those are two questions. And I used to clown him for those questions because they're the most superficial questions you could ask. There's no heart to it. There's no real interest, Craig. You gotta learn to get into talk to people. He, like you guys, had no social skills. Until he met me. Because what? You definitely need to catch up. Obviously, you don't want to catch up. And what did she say? I'm good. I am good. Interesting. She puts I am instead of I'm good. She put a period? Nope. She did capitalize. In fact, she is not using periods at all. What kind of music are you into? She's on the phone. That would require going to clicking that thing and then hitting period. Rock. He says, I like some rock. I'm mostly into R&B though. Who's your favorite band? And she lists these bands I've never heard of. Out of blue, he asks, do you sing? Oh, okay, well, let's give him credit for that question. I don't know why, but ... No. What is that about? She's done that before. That's a message. No. You get it? No. You know how white girls do. No. Probably just karaoke. What does that mean? What? Are you kidding? She said no. Really? Now you're irritating. Your conversation with, okay, this fellow's asking cheap, superficial questions, but at least he's asked questions, to just not listening. Nope, she says. Maybe he gets it. Finally, she does not sing. What was the last good concert you went to? Godsmack. I've heard that. I'll have to check them out. I'll bet you had a crazy headache the next day. Why? From all that head banging. Anybody know if Godsmack is about head? I don't think it was about head banging. I don't know. And she goes, no. So you maybe want to meet up? That's the Braxton fuck up. What time is it? His desperation took a little bit longer. Still the same day. She'll know him Jack from Adam. Braxton's thirst lasted him a little bit longer. It lasted hours longer than his last one, where it just took minutes, where he was begging for the girl to call him and begging for a hookup. He's basically begging from the start because he's hoe chasing. That's a beggar. That is not a man. He's not doing a man's job here or acting like a man. He's begging. He's begging. The Braxton fuck up. So do you maybe want to meet up? The last chick he did that to, try to teach him. This girl's trying to teach him. If I can't teach him, maybe he'll listen to the girls. I doubt it because he'll listen to them to begin with. But Braxton, notice, I usually talk more before meeting. The same thing I'm trying to get you to do. But you try to do it within a couple hours? And that's what you think? Now, Braxton's asked the question, how long should you wait before you... And I said, days. I believe I said days. When you develop rapport. When she is joking with you. When she is relaxed with you. When she is comfortable with you. Now, I gave you guys my ADA formula. And it looked like he's trying to use ADA formula here in conversation, which it works on that as well. If you don't have it, don't ask. She tells him, honestly, I don't know if we really click. Basically, there's no rapport here. We don't click. And he goes, he does the Braxton thing also, the Braxton retreat. I call it the Braxton retreat because you guys recall his retreating comment. All right, hit me up if you change your mind. She goes, I won't, but okay. Boom. This is called getting shot down. Imagine Braxton's the airplane, and he's in an airplane war. Why? Number one, he's black, he's chasing after white women. He's chasing after white women. He's going for the low-hanging fruit because he thinks they're more desperate. He had a hard lesson to learn. They aren't more desperate because they're low-hanging fruit in the white community. I've learned that chunkier, curvier white women know their value. And they get attention all the time. To where they're not thirsty, like you are. That's number one. So he's hoe chasing, that's begging. You don't come in from the top. He's not coming in from the top, that was my keys. He's not coming in from the top, he's coming in from the bottom. Like hoe chasers, pussy beggars, they come in from the bottom, trying to rise up to the top. When you come in from the bottom, you have to scale to the top in order to conquer. And that's the problem with hoe chasing. So this 36 minutes, 27 seconds so far of this video has really been a waste of my time, Braxton. This has been a total waste of my time, except I get a chance to teach you and teach others. Because this is going on live on YouTube. So that other idiots who hoe chase won't waste their time. But also I could teach the concept of getting into subjects. When you get into like just the one subject that I talk, just one of them, you open up her mind. She opens her mind to your memories. You get her talking about it. That's a 10-minute conversation. Each subject could be a 10-minute conversation. Going back and forth. Especially if it was in real life. I teach seduction. I don't teach fuckery. In seduction, you come in from the top. That's why you build the tools of seduction. Every great seducer out there has a tool that he uses to pull women in. Whether it's his looks, his car even, his money, his dress, definitely his dress. When I was young, I used to read about these con men. They would get these women and suck up all their assets. And I thought these guys had to be drop dead gorgeous. They were not. The women weren't all that. Some of them were attractive, but not all of them were all that attractive. So but they didn't. I want to see what they looked like. And I saw some of their faces. And one guy was he was balding. And didn't shave it. He was a white dude. Looked like could have been Greek or something. You know, the white dude with some color, or Italian. The old Italian, the old Greek, not the new ones. Back where they had their color. And these guys, they were able to get women to open up, though. They were able to get them to relax and fall in love. I teach seduction, not fuckery. PUAs who are attractive, they go out on the town to show, how to do it. And from their looks, as we learned from Cosmo, it's not what you said, but how you looked. Because they're going after cheap, superficial women. Cheap, superficial women, they're into the guy's looks. They're hot. They want the man to be hot. They haven't learned their lesson yet. Eventually, they grow out of it, by the way. But that's nothing for you guys who are young now. But, hey, stop chasing those chicks. So, I don't do the fuckery. I do the seduction. I want her begging to meet up with me. That's why I've always gotten their phone numbers from them. You guys have seen my past. You guys have been here for a long time. You've seen the women give me their phone numbers. I've shown you that. Oh, man, when I lost that last channel, I lost all that stuff. But in the future, I'm going to save my videos. I think they're probably in the video package that Asian player on the forum sent me, because he copied every video and had it on file in low-grade SD. I'll have to look for that through my files. Gave me the phone numbers. Remember I blocked part of the phone numbers out in the conversations? That's what you want. Now, I'm doing a case study. There was one of the girls that had messaged me recently. She's Native American, but with white skin. She said she was Apache, Navajo, and Hopi. So I engaged her in a mini conversation. Now I have to cut it off. But she responded. And I really can't show you the conversation because you'll see what her screen name is. And I can't trust the internet. But I'll try to put something on the forum. Cut and paste the conversation. So you guys see, this is the simple stuff that I talk about and engage, as I've done before. I made a comment, last comment was on her tattoos. She's covered in tattoos. I don't care for it, but I just made a comment on it. In her message, she made a comment about don't ask about my tattoos. I guess people ask, she asked, don't ask what my tattoos mean. What I liked was her name is a real Native American name. And I'm not going to tell you guys that because, again, this is the internet. But I know how to engage women in conversation is my point. That's the thing that the majority of you fellas listen to me have to learn. It is a seduction process. You have to learn to seduce women. You have to learn to think like a seducer. You have to learn to think like a player.